Good morning. I am Melissa with Sentimental Salvage and Design, and I'm going to be finally putting the finish on these big giant corbels. So these are big ladies. They're big and they're beautiful, and I'm going to show you how to get a cool chippy finish on these. I'm actually just going to grab one so I can show you how they're going to finish. So these are ones that I have available. These are much smaller, but they're big. This is the design is called Doris. That's her name. So these sell in pairs. But see this really cool chippy finish? That's what I'm going for with these big ones. I'm going to be using Fusion's, if I can get that turned the right way, their beeswax hemp oil finish. And I just brush it on with this little bitty cheapy kind of a stencil brush. That is what I'm going to use. So this is like it's kind of like a wax, but it's a little bit softer. Not by a lot, but it's softer. And I just keep this same little brush and I use it and I just store it in a Ziploc bag. So all I do is just grab some and I'm just going to brush it on just in the places that I'm going to want to distress. These corbels were stained already using actually Minwax stain in Provincial. And I'm just putting this kind of where I'm going to naturally want to distress it. And what this does, because I want that kind of chippy look, so I don't want to use chalk paint because I want that, whereas you can distress that really easy as a wet distress or anything, but I want that chippy look, which is why I'm using this. So there's no kind of rhyme or reason here, you're just going to put it on. Just where you're kind of aiming to distress. It's kind of hard to see, but just guess that you've got all your spots. And what this does is just make it easier. And you'll see that the paint just kind of peels and flakes off, which makes it really, really good. Okay, so these kind of big recessed areas are super hard to sand, obviously. So I tend to put a little bit more in there. So it makes it easier to kind of distress that area. I don't think I got it on the other side, or did I? Just add a little bit extra just in case. And I'm going to get it on the top here too, in kind of random spots. That is that for that one. And now we will paint it. I'm going to put this one down for a sec. These are really heavy. Okay, so that's done. I'll just put that aside. And I am using Fusion's Casement. It's pretty white, but it's just slightly off. And I really like it. I've used it on quite a few things in the last couple months. It's probably my favorite white. All right, now just start painting. These have been done for built and stained for weeks and weeks, and I have not had a chance to get to them. So I figured I have a chance this morning. Let's get her done. And I like to put the paint on, like this is the total opposite way you normally paint with Fusion. I put it on pretty thick because I am going back and I will be distressing. I'm not concerned about brush marks, none of that kind of stuff. I want these to look old and weathered and not perfect by any means. I want all of that character. So I can't really see on this side, but I'm going to try my best. And then when I sand it, another reason why I've decided to use Fusion is because it has a built-in top coat. So when I sand back all these bits, the parts that are exposed are sealed with the hemp oil and beeswax, and the parts that are not, that are still painted, have that built-in top coat because Fusion has a built-in top coat. So everybody's happy. I'm going to grab my heat gun. And I'm just going to show you on this surface here. How that beeswax and hemp oil blend is the perfect resist for this. I think we're good. So all I'm going to use is, it's just a medium, I think this is a medium coarse. No, it's a fine medium sanding block. And I'm just going to see how that comes off super easy. It just is peeling it away. And this is just using the fine side of this block. And it's just bringing it down to that stain that we pre-finished it with. And you can tell now right here, oh, these are heavy. I didn't put any beeswax hemp oil right here. And you can see that it's distressing on the edge, but it's not giving me that big peely chip, a chippy peel, whatever we're gonna call it. But you can see where that was applied because the paint just peels right off. And it gives you that old bin sitting outside. Look. And as you're going, you can just kind of, you know, stand back and check things out a little bit more. You don't want it to be all uniform and perfect, and I don't anyways. And there you go. It's a good start. And see how easy that is? Super, super easy. Wherever you put that beeswax, you're gonna get that paint just peeling off in good big, hold this up, good chippy chunks coming off. Super simple. What I used here, if you have any questions, just put questions in the comments and I will hopefully see them. I'll keep checking. The beeswax hemp oil blend from Fusion Mineral Paint. And I just put it on with any old brush, but I like these little old cheap stencil brushes. Super cheap. Like I think you can get these at the dollar store. I think that's where I got these from. So just kind of play with them a little bit, like kind of rub them when they're new because they tend to lose bristles, which is super annoying. But they stop after a while. And so it was stained. The corbels were stained first, and then I did the hemp oil beeswax just kind of in random spots where I wanted to distress it. And then I painted it with Fusion's Casement, which is almost bright white, but it's just a slight tinge off. But it looks pretty white. So you could use any color, it doesn't matter. And you can stain it with any color underneath. We've done some of them with gray, a gray stain underneath, and they all look awesome. And you can use this technique on anything you want. So works really awesome, way easier, less elbow grease to get that paint off. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know on, so you go from this beast to this really cool weathered chippy look. And you can do it in whatever color matches your decor. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I am going to go. I will post pictures of these beauties when they're done. All right, thanks guys. Have a great day.